Hello and welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to the beauty series. In tonight's episode, we're going to be speaking on low self-esteem and also the importance of confidence. So with all that being said, before we get started in this video, I would like for you all to like, comment, and subscribe. And please do not forget to hit that notification bell so that way you're always informed when we drop a new video. If first time here on our channel, I would like to introduce myself once again. I am Megan Hannibal and this is my husband Christopher Hannibal, where on this channel we like to speak on the beauty in your situation. With all that being said, let's get straight into the video. So tonight's topic, we're talking about self-esteem and confidence, the importance of confidence. Now, when we speak about self-esteem and confidence and the importance of having confidence, to me, it starts with a child. Somebody who has a low self-esteem, usually it's because of their childhood. They was picked on, they was bullied, they was talked about.
I agree with everything that you said. I also believe that it do starts around the childhood, and that's why I believe that as parents, we really need to speak to our children. We need to have those what some people may consider uncomfortable conversations with our children, because when they go out to the world, we don't know. When they leave your house, we don't know what the teachers are saying. We don't know what the students are saying. I mean, we got all type of crazy teachers nowadays. And so I think that as parents, it's very important that we listen to our children, see what they have to say, and respond to them.
That is so true. That is so true. Um, well, I have a few examples that I would like to share. Maybe, people can really relate to what I'm getting ready to say. As children can be cruel, and they will find something on you that is imperfect to them or maybe perfect to them and make fun of it. So an example could be someone having a big nose, but they go to school and kids, they make fun of their nose, and they talk about their nose, and hey, big nose, or, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do it constantly, every single day, constant. But what's happening is that the person who's getting picked on about their nose every day, they're starting to develop a self-conscious about their nose, and they're starting to believe that their nose is big, and then before you know it, they grow up as an adult wanting to hide their nose all the time, or wanting to not show their face because they automatically have shut down, and which means they believe this lie, and then they took it with them as an adult. What are your words on that?
I can relate. I know me personally, I had people speak negative words over me. The first time it was reject, but the more that they keep speaking the same words, I think the issue became when I actually believed it. And when you start to believe things, it can really be tragic. And so I think that is very important, like when somebody speak words to you, if it's negative words, don't receive those words.
Yeah, that's true. That's the hardest thing. You can be told so many positives throughout the day, so many compliments, and then one person out of all the compliments you got told that day, one person could say one negative thing, and what sticks to you? That negative thing. And then you automatically forget all the positive things that was told to you throughout the day. And then that one negative, it just shut you completely down. So that negative is it should not be allowed to overpower the positivity that's that's been given to us or that's been told to us. Um, what do you think about that?
I agree. I think that sometimes you just gotta let things go one ear out of the other. Yeah, because the reality is some people are just ugly like that. They have nothing better to do than talk to somebody, and oftentimes we don't know what that person may be dealing with. Sometimes, that person could be dealing with their own insecurities and they want to take it out on other people. And so I think that it's very important to not get offended too quickly from someone else's ignorance.
Wow, I think this is a really good topic when it comes to self-esteem. It's so much to talk about when it comes to self-esteem, when it comes to low confidence, high confidence. My question is, what is the difference between low self-esteem and low confidence? Or are they the same thing?
Um, I think they are a little different, but they both, I believe, have similar effects. A person with low confidence, we don't know what could have happened to make that person have low confidence. It could be an injury. They may have been really good about something and something and got hurt, and they might have lost a little confidence because they may not believe they can do it. Then when they go back out, they actually do it and get their confidence back. And you have people who have low self esteem, where it's just something had happened to them where they have not received the proper healing, and they may need some type of wisdom to help them overcome whatever situation that it is that they face.
Do you think that being self conscious is a part of low self esteem?
That can play a factor. I think it can go both ways. Some people are just self conscious just because this is who they are.
So let's dig deeper into self esteem because this is something that a lot of people struggle with is with self esteem. Think about it. As little kids, you can have somebody in your ear every single day picking on you. And they pick, and then next thing you know, you are looking at yourself completely different. Why am I like this? Why did I have to be made this way? Why did I have to be born with this? Why couldn't I just be pretty like the most popular girl in school? Or why can't I just be like why my hair can't be like her hair? Or you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes something to where now you develop a thing that's not real. And what I mean by that is you start to care about what people think about you, and now your image is no longer your image, and you want to be more like everybody else just to fit in. Oh my gosh, let's talk about that.
Yes, I think that it's so important to have the right people in your ear. It's so important to be around a loving, caring environment. I hear people say that it takes a village to raise a child, At first, I didn't really have a full understanding, but I see why people say that now. Now that I actually have understanding of what that is, it's so important that for the people you're surrounded by, that they always impart wisdom in you and let you know, like, hey, you are significant, you are a person of value. When people come to you saying negative things, this is how you can respond. If somebody come up to you say, uh, things that to try to hurt your feelings, these are some words that you can say back. You know what I mean? Just getting them prepared for what they're gonna face when they leave outside of the door.
That's good. That is really good. That would really help us as a whole. That would really help us. Um, Another thing that I would like to touch up on would be the complete opposite
Okay.
of low self-esteem, because you have the ones who, they care about what other people say to a certain extent, and then they get to the point where they're like, you know what, I don't even care about what this person say. I'm me, and that's that. But they still struggle with that self-conscious part.
I would love to listen to them first because I had recognized that the more that you listen to people, the more they will pour out. Sometimes, in order to find out somebody who may be struggling with low self esteem, how can you know if you just doing all the talking? So, if you just listen, then you will be able to choose your words effectively on whatever you want to tell that person in hope that it will build them up.
Wow, I think that is good. It's always good to just listen to what that person has gone through. Um, I think for a person that has issues with something on their body, or um, issues with something that's mentally, I would say, me personally, I would say that it's good to just be you. It's nothing wrong with just being yourself. It's something unique and something special about you if you have something that nobody else has. But people will try to make it seem as though, since you have this mole on your eyebrow, that you're weird looking and you're disformed, or since you have this um, big huge set of lips, something's wrong with you, just because you're made different than the next person. But in reality, you should feel special that you have that and nobody else has it, right?
Absolutely. I agree. I think that when it comes down to your looks, I think that you should be grateful. When God give you a big set of lips. I mean, it's everybody is not the same. Everybody is different, and I think that if we learn to love ourselves first, I think that we can really you know have less issues in that area.
Wow, that's good. The next thing that we're going to talk about would be plastic surgery. We'll be right back.
Let's talk about it. Now, I know that this it's this type of conversation. I know when it comes down to plastic surgery for women, every woman have their own reason why they may do plastic surgery. Some may have breast cancer, got chopped off, and now they want to replace it and different things like that. So but specifically for the people who are getting it for to enhance their butt or enhance their breasts, you know, um, I would say, you know, sometimes I wonder if it was maybe a childhood trauma as well, because we will have adults when they get grown, they decide to get those type of enhancements. And me personally, I don't get it. I feel like if you had your body all this time, why get it? When you're older. But when I look at the world today and how it's going, it really don't surprise me because in order to be beautiful, you have to have big boobs, big butt, just to even be accepted or maybe to even get in certain roles. You have women who would get their body done because they believe that it gives them a better shot to get certain roles. And, I think that that's ridiculous. I think that, women should be able to, uh, it shouldn't take that. It's
Be natural.
They should be able to be natural and be able to be accepted. That's something that I really want. I won't get that much, but you're a woman, maybe you could give me a little insight on that.
I know I can't. I am all for natural as well. And I think that for men or for women, I think that we should be happy in our own skin, no matter what the color we are, no matter what race we are, no matter how big we are, no matter how small we are, no matter how tall we are, no matter how short we are. I think that we should be comfortable in our own skin, no matter how we are. We should not want to change anything about ourselves for someone else or because of what someone else think of us. Now, if you want to change something about yourself and it's just because you want to change it, then that's different. Because you're changing it because you want to change it, not because everyone else is putting you up to it or everyone else doesn't like it or and you're changing because somebody else mindset. Then I believe that's when it's a problem. But if you're changing something because you simply want to do it, then I don't see anything wrong with it because you're doing it because of you. You're not doing it because you care about what other people are thinking and saying about you. So my ultimate thing is no matter what, like you for you, then don't change you for someone else. So I have this one little story where it's a show and it's strictly on tall people. And these tall people have low self-esteem because they're so tall and they all complain about how miserable they are because of their height. And so I was just like, man, if I was 6'8", I would try to find all the positive things in that, but I'm not in her shoes either. So at the end of the day, my whole point is that no matter what you are or how you look, you have to find the positive in it and the uniqueness in it.
And speak with boldness, and I think that that's really good because when you speak with boldness, people they take you more seriously. They know they have a sense that you know what you're talking about. You're a person who they will enjoy a conversation with instead of being this person who looks timid, all squished up, like not knowing, And so I think that that's the reason why.
That is amazing. I like that. That story is very touching. Very similar. I come from a family that is extremely confident, where we feel very comfortable in our skin. But even though I come from that, hey, the most beautiful people, they would still get picked on. But same thing, as a child, I was always told that I was a very beautiful person, and then as growing up, I was always told that. And so, believe it or not, I have been called ugly before. I have, um, but it didn't it didn't do anything to me because it was foreign. Like I was like, wait, who? You got the wrong one. So the thing is that even as a child, I've been called names. I've been called, fat. I've been called ugly. I've been called all. I've been even someone called me a butterface. And so I was like, what is that? And they was just like, that means that everything is pretty but her face. And so I was just like, man, that's just wrong. But overall, my ultimate point is I never allowed that to mess with my self-esteem, because people will say, "Oh, well, of course you don't have low self-esteem. You're a pretty person, and you didn't get made fun of." Yes, I did, but I didn't allow it to ruin my self-esteem, because it doesn't matter what other people think. And then when you walk with confidence, it shows. When you walk with no confidence, it shows. So you have to walk with confidence. I think that I'm pretty. The Lord made me pretty. And my husband believes that I'm pretty. And that's all that matters. Anybody outside of that, I don't care. And so we need to get to the point where we do not care about what other people think.
I agree. And I think that it's so important that people should be mindful the words that they speak to other people. And it kind of makes me think about when the Lord says that it's life and death in the power of the tongue. Our tongue can be
Dangerous.
We can be very dangerous. We can say some words and release something like, you know what, I got something to tell you. And the things that we are releasing, we don't know what that can do. Just because somebody say, oh, I forgive you, we don't even know if they really truly do. Just because somebody, and so I think that it's important that we choose our words wisely.
That's true. Now, on piggybacking off of the difference between being prideful and the difference between, or being prideful and having a high level of confidence, I've met some confident people, very confident, and some people can mistake them as conceited, some people can mistake them as prideful. So for me, I think that when you truly believe in yourself and you know that you look good and nobody's going to tell you otherwise, I think you're carrying that high confidence.
I agree.
Now, when that confidence turns into pride, an example of that would be, I look better than anybody and nobody looks better than me, and oh yeah, that's a cute outfit, but I can wear it better than that, or it looked better on me, and it's me. Mm-hmm. Now you're no longer in the confident era. You are in error, because now you're belittling someone, and
to bring your own self up.
bring your own self up.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're operating in the spirit of pride.
I agree.
Because you don't have to put someone down to bring yourself up.
Absolutely.
Now, that's pride. So I wanted to reiterate on the difference between the two, because someone will mistake a confident person as a prideful person when in reality they just comfortable in their own skin.
I agree.
And they don't let other people down so they can be lifted. A confident person who's confident in their own skin will lift you up right along with, man, you sure look good. Should we look good together?
I know, right?
They're not being prideful, they're being confident, and they're not being conceited, because it's not all about them. It's about them, and they lift the other person up too, saying that how good they look. And that's something that I love to do. I love to make people feel like they're the most beautiful person in the world. I used to feel the complete opposite, where I thought I was the most beautiful person in the world, and they come off really ugly. And so you don't want to be that person.
I agree.
So with all that being said, what can we leave people with on tonight to encourage them and to make them feel that it's okay to be different? It's okay to stand out. It's okay to have that big hairy mole right in the middle of your forehead.
Hairy mole.
Yes. It's I've seen people that had it. They had a mole right here, and they was not ugly. Now, some people would say they was. Now, I can hear somebody right now, girl, now you know they was ugly. But no, because you know those moles they call beauty marks.
Yeah.
For a reason. Now, some of them beauty marks. Anyways, we're not even into that. What would you like to say to the people? You got 2 minutes left. Go ahead.
Oh, man. Well, I would like to say I thank every single person for tuning in. But to end it, I would say be very careful, people, on how you speak to people. It is power of seeds. We don't know. Seeds can carry weight.
Yes.
And so whenever we see another life or we see another soul, just know that your words can impact someone else. And so I think that once we were more conscious about that, I think that we will be able to tame our tongue a lot more better.
Well, you heard it here. And thanks again for tuning in. We drop a video every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Y'all have a great night. And remember, God loves you, and so do we.